So here's the construction at Animal Kingdom. We have just arrived. At this time I would like to remind you that if you are enjoying these videos, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like them if you've enjoyed them, make comments, let me know what you liked, what things you want to see, what things you want to know. Right now it looks like they're doing a whole new check-in system. It's not even finished wood yet, so they've got a lot of building going on here, and I'm assuming they're doing bag checkout here so that when people get closer in, they're able to just go in the park directly. And because we can, even though there's not much of a line elsewhere, we're going to do it. And there's nobody there. Hello. And it's green. Yay. Thank you so much. You too. And the last maps for this trip. Oh, pardon me, miss.
Thank you.
In we go. Park number 4. This is the last one. We have done all 4 parks in 2 days. After this will be Coronado Springs and Disney Springs. But now we are off to Nomad's Lounge. If we can get one of those loungy seats, I'm hoping they're not all gone. They may be. I wonder if the deer pigs are around. Let's go see if the deer pigs are here. Do we see a deer pig? Deer pig. Deer pig. Where's the deer pig? Oh, there it is, way in the back. Here's the deer pig. Babarusa. Sasha, this is for you. Are you looking for the bugs they hid for you? Oh, you got a scratch. That's the girl. Very cool. Hello, pretty lady. I hope you find happy soon. Love you. Bye. These parks are so empty. Oh my goodness. Not totally empty, but yeah. There's the tree. Let's do that. Thank you.
It sucks though, you can't go straight.
We're gonna go to this side.
You have to go
I feel like what I need to do is edit in footage from like when I come through here in Christmas to this.
And flash back and forth.
Yeah, just to see the different parks. That's actually a lovely little photo op over there. The Lion King photo op. But we are headed over to Nomad's Lounge. Sadly, I do see other people walking in there. Well, not sadly. I mean, it's good that they're doing that. We may or may not get the seats we want, but we're going to take a look and try. See how it goes.
Seats inside. That kind of the day, too.
Well, I mean, they have the fans here, but we're going to take a look. So his changes color. I don't know if you can see that in the light here. Hold on. No, I'm leaving that for shadow.
I know, so I was tilting it up for shadow.
Oh, no, that's what I needed.
Okay.
And then his drink, and then of course I'm getting the tempting tigress, because what else will I get here? I mean, I do like other things, but this makes me happy. There we go. So I have my own straw, so I'm going to try Drew's drinks. Now the first one is called...
It is something like Gambro. It's DeLange's Delight.
Okay. It's like a very sweet, fruity tea. And there's probably alcohol in it, but I don't taste it after what I just had.
It is the version of the Long Island iced tea.
Is it really?
This bar, yeah.
It's not as, it doesn't have as many boozes.
Not punched in the face kind of a thing.
Yeah, and the other one is?
The Annapurna Sing. Bombay Sapphire Gin, passion fruit puree, mint, simple syrup, and lime juice, top of ginger beer, and a glowing lotus flower.
The ginger is really good. I should have got the glowing lotus flower. I don't know how well you can see it there. It is in the bright light at the moment. Yeah, I pulled and I tilted it back. And there you go. See, there it goes. Okay, there you go. There's the flower. It is very gingery. Like it gives a nice ginger burn when you finish drinking it. But it is tasty and cold and refreshing. I like that one more personally. I think this one is too sweet. And Drew is now going to have a sip of my tempting tigress. Oh, he's getting the lineup. Here you go. This is 3D art in action. Can't put the 3D pictures in the video, but you know, I don't know. At some point we may have really good food, and if we do have good food pictures, I'm gonna put them in right here. Go ahead. Oh wait, we got food coming. Okay, so what do you think of this one?
It's a cranberry Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, it's like sweeter than I would have expected, but it's good.
Yeah. With all that. No, it's not cranberry. What was the?
I don't remember. It'll be in the video. We'll see it.
Or I'll have to take a picture of where it appears in the menu.
That's true. I like that one more. Yep. That's what I thought.
I am home. I don't need a whole collection of glowy flowers, but it will make for the luau. I guess you
There you go.
put it on my leg.
You can always ask them to do it without the glow clue next time.
I could. But what does that mean?
And were you going to do the Tempting Tigress again?
I have done the Tempting Tigress in the past, and I did it again today, but Michelle's booze, why not?
No, why not? Isn't it beautiful? I know, man.
That just has such a lovely afterglow to it.
Thank you. Now go ahead and try your slider.
Sliders are delicious.
Are they?
It's top of some sort of a bacon onion confit and some. Oh gosh.
And is that yucca fries or something on the side?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Take a picture and send that to you.
And we can insert it right here. That really does look nice. Oh wow, look at that. That's beautiful inside.
I wish they could do it with gluten-free bread, and then you'd be able to try some.
Yeah. So the poutine, which is what I'm eating, they did it to make it gluten-free. They did it without the gravy. They did the cheese curds, the brisket, the pickled onions, and they added these little tomatoes and things, and it's very tasty. The fries are great. I like the meat. I mean, if it was covered with the gravy, it would probably be a very different flavor. So, you know, I'd be curious to see what that is. And of course, my churros, because I love my churros. And we will dip a churro into the strawberry spicy sauce, which again, like I normally don't like strawberry, but these are amazing. And then we can also dip it in the vanilla crema, because it's just me. And
Sasha, would you mind
Life
going
doesn't
to
get any
the post
better.
office and forwarding all of Michelle's mail here for her, please? We can't stay for more than a day, but we'll be back right away to be able to get more churros.
yeah, we're all about the churros. So we're gonna sit back and enjoy your drinks, enjoy your food. Talk to you soon. Oh, before we forget, Tables in Wonderland, which I've talked to some of you about before, or talked about before. Tables in Wonderland, for those of you who are annual pass holders, DVC pass holders who live in Florida and get the Florida pass, can get it because you're, well, the Florida can get it because they're local. It gives you 20% off of pretty much every sit-down restaurant, not absolutely everyone, but just about, including here. So, oh, and not only off of your food, but off of your booze as well. So everything we're eating here, we're getting 20% off. Then they automatically built in an 18% gratuity. So it's basically flat out. Amazing. Yummy, wonderful. We're eating this before it gets cold. Bon appetit. Tempting Tigress. Packs the punch. I have still not finished my drink. I still have half to go. I have eaten yucca fries, which for those of you doing the gluten-free thing, the fries that come with the slider are okay for you. I had all of my churros, and I had the poutine without the gravy, which meant a lot more fries. So I have a lot of starch in my system. Wow. I love it, but wow. So I'm getting the sleepies in the front of my head.
So maybe we shouldn't order a third bottle of wine.
Ordering 4 sangrias plus a creation process, so we'll see how much I remember and learn from this. Maybe I'll need to record it just so I know what I'm supposed to be talking about later. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I still have that much more to drink. Wow. But the view is amazing.
Drew was a professional and finished all gone on his drinks. I even ordered another.
So that's Diet Coke.
Oh, the Diet Coke.
And you ate your churros.
I ate my churros, but I gave away my yucca fries.
Yeah, I ate your fries.
I ate
2 sliders and 4 rather large yucca fries.
We'll be doing small plates from here on in.
Yeah. Well, it'll be snacks with the sangria. The Sangria University will allow us to try all 4 of the sangrias they've created, teach us what sangria is about, and then we get to try creating our own. And that's from 2:30 to 3:30.
Might go over to Africa and see what the marketplace is doing.
I was gonna go not to Africa, but the other side, so I can try to get that Simba bucket. A friend of mine asked me to get a Simba popcorn bucket. I'm going to attempt to do that.
Okay.
If I'm successful, I'll let you know about it. They do have a popcorn stand in Africa, and I can ask too, and that might be a better option. So we can do that if you want. But it's going to take us a little while to settle out our check and get everything taken care of. I still have to finish my drink. That's the only thing left on the table, because wow. But it's yummy and it's lovely, and yes, I'm drinking an entire glass of water for the one drink. In fact, I've had more water than I've drunk my drink. So, stop it. I have no idea if the camera actually picked that up because I really wasn't looking. Because wow, I was all excited to go lay down on the chair, saw a family with kids, little kids sitting there. Went, oh no. I don't think that's a good idea anymore. And Drew was like, what do you mean? I went, there are little children lounging and rolling around all over the chairs. He went, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, spilled drinks on the floor and
wiping their noses and coughing.
And we just don't want to risk that right now. You know, be smart, enjoy, but be smart.
Thrill seeking and doing really exciting stuff. Have Michelle plan your vacation. You will run your butt to the point where you can't move anymore, and then it's just shit. Which is great.
I do a little of both. Well, and then the roulette, denouement. People have asked me, how do you plan your trips? And I say, you know, schedule it within an inch of its life. Detail it as much as you can what your perfect schedule is. Revise it when you get your ADRs, which are your dining reservations. Revise it when you get your fast passes. And then when you get to the park, you're ready to totally throw it out the window. Because you don't want to kill the magic. Because you want to make you want to get to that fast pass, or you want to get to a specific whatever.
So today, we were supposed to do XYZ events, and we totally threw all of our plans out the window when we decided, okay, we have a fast pass for Toy Story Mania and
Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear. Wrong part. Anyways, see if we can do better than our scores of approximately 50 each.
100,000 each. I was at like...
I was way beneath that. I was...
You made 100,000.
Okay.
I think I was like at 112 or 113, and he was at like 106 or 102 or something like that. If it's relevant, and because I did take pictures, we will put the actual scores in right here. But...
we just had such a disappointing fun time the first time that I said, you know, the lines are not lines, they're more run your way through the turnstiles until you can get on the ride again, so let's do it again, and we did it again, and we ended up missing or choosing not to do some of the other things we wanted to do. We were going to go on Pirates. We decided not to do the Pirates. We did decide there's only 5-minute wait for the Jungle Cruise, so we went on the Jungle Cruise.
So, all right, so our original 3 fast passes were Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Haunted Mansion, and Jungle Cruise. And they're all an hour apart. So we got in, we did a lot of photos on Main Street, we chatted with some of the citizens, we got him a Diet Coke, and then we went and did Space Ranger Spin, and as he said, we said, you know what, screw it, let's walk on again. And the second round of scores, I was just short of Galactic Hero. I was like at 830-something thousand, and he was at 400-something thousand, which is sad that we didn't quite get there, but we were darn close. Then...
See, we should have started drinking earlier.
We should have, but I was still sober then. And then we went to... we went to Jungle Cruise. We originally, like I said, had that as the 3rd fast pass, but once we went on the ride, we just knocked it out. Then we went over to...
In the middle, we took a couple of the photo people.
Yeah, we stopped. Photos everywhere. Photos everywhere. I mean, we'd done the ones on Main Street. We also did another one on the way to Adventureland. There weren't any in Adventureland. We went over and did Aloha Isle, did our Dole Whip, saw the country bears walking around in the streets, then headed over to... Haunted Mansion. It got stuck on there for about 5-10 minutes additionally. There was a stop there.
Right, the ride stopped.
Yeah, the ride stopped.
At the first time.
Right in front of, it slowed for a little bit right after the portraits, and then it stopped as we were there by the caretaker and the dog. And we sat there for a while. Yeah, that was about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
God.
You think so?
I really think I was 10 to 15.
I was maybe 10. I mean, it feels really long when you're just hearing the song play over and over, but so we were there. I was actually considering that we were going to need to evac, but we did not. And then we went over to Memento Mori, and they were like, all right, we're gonna head out, we're gonna get to Animal Kingdom, we're gonna do what we needed to do. And then we stopped and we saw some of the most beautiful images we saw today, which I will put one of them in here if they show up, if I get a good one. But basically it was from the castle, looking out over the parks, and it was beautiful, and it was heartbreaking to know that this is it for a while. You know, and hopefully it's just 2 weeks, and hopefully everyone's going to be back in. Knocking on wood, I will tell you that my gut says they're not opening until May. And I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but that's what my gut says, so we'll see. And then we decided to do a minivan here, and it was wildly expensive, but it allowed us to be able to enjoy it. We're done with Tiffin's Lounge. I found what I was looking for my friend. Now it's time to leave. We are heading out of Animal Kingdom. Obviously, yes, it was a very short trip, in, out. I'm gonna try to steal the footage from my friend here and do a little tiny bit of some wonderful music we just heard while we were getting this. And if they came out, it will go in possibly here. And
it may happen again.
It may happen. It could.
Welcome to Harabe. You are listening to African Harvest Korak.
This is the last park. This is it for our parks for Disney. After this is just Coronado Springs and then Disney Springs, and yeah. Soon. I'm hoping and praying everyone's all back soon. Repair work being done. That looks like it's gonna be the new stuff. We're running a little bit late because we did stop to pick this item up. So we're rushing over to the rideshare stuff so we can go a little faster. Oh goodness. Goodbye Animal Kingdom for now. So we are here waiting for, well, we weren't going to do a minivan, we were going to do an Uber, but the timing looked long, and then we saw a minivan was going to cost the same amount of time, and at this point we're just going to do the minivan. Yes, it is a splurge, we know, but we're going to get driven around by a friend after this, so we don't have to worry about it. It is, yeah, we're going to run a little bit late. We've called the hotel for the event, and they have informed us that we will be okay. They've got a grace period, so we're good for that. And we're just relaxing right now.
Relaxing.
For the moment. Taking off your layers.
At least, yeah, trying to cool down.
Yeah, because we did kind of rush to get out here, realizing that after we picked up the item for the friend that it took us a little bit longer than we had originally expected, but that's okay. So, thoughts about being done with the actual parks now?
Well, obviously it's always sad, but
yeah.
Clearly with the circumstances that are going on right now in the parks, just the tenure is a whole bunch of like some of the employees just giving each other hugs and crying and stuff. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, most everybody has been very chipper, very sweet, very friendly. It's the most magical place on earth, but you know, it's not like it's not poisoning the air just a little bit. It is an airborne pathogen now, so says China. So stay indoors, wash your hands. I think I have averaged probably about washing my hands every other time from the hand sanitizer. And when I wash my hands at this point, it's not just 20 seconds in the sink like rubbing and scrubbing, it's also 20 seconds of that plus trying to get under my nail beds and making sure that everything's all clean.
Yeah.
So we've been using our best sense of caution. And we don't want to catch it, we don't want to spread it, we don't want to do any of those things, but this trip just couldn't be missed. Yeah. We had to do it, and I'm not apologizing because well before these plans were so close to looking tenuous, we had already put down all of our deposits and stuff, so I'm happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, in reality, Disney probably would have given us it back, but
Disney might have. I don't know about the airline.
Yeah, they would have. Well, because you did it with points, they would have canceled. You had 10 minutes to cancel and just put it as credit on your account. Southwest.
10 minutes.
10 minutes before the flight, you can still cancel.
Oh,
Southwest, gotta love Southwest. Now, granted, if you wanted to change your flight, then they charge you whatever the going rate is that day, which we discovered when we tried to fly earlier. But yeah, no, it is definitely, in terms of canceling flights, they were really good about that, and they even announced that.
And the timing really was just, we were up to the edge of when they made the decision, so we didn't know what our options were.
We were off to learn about how to make sangria. Depending on what the timing was like and what everything else is, this may be the end of the video, or there may be more. We'll figure that out when I start editing. If you've liked the video, please remember to hit subscribe and hit the like button. Give us comments about what things you liked, what things you didn't, what questions you have.
Leaving the parks, by the way, is a sad thing, and we are kind of sad right now talking about it. But Disney Springs and the resorts, at least most of the resorts that we know of, are still staying open
for the foreseeable future until they have a definitive. What else is going on?
Just with the churros in my throat, not anything totally worse.
I know. Every time I sneeze or cough, it's like I feel like I have to justify it right now. But I understand, because the people who function here live on the tourist economy, and everybody's tourist economy is about to take a dive. Your Uber drivers, your Lyft drivers, everybody's about to take a dive.
Simba just took a dive.
Simba just took a dive. But because that's all happening, they're not going to be eating out as much, which is going to then hurt Disney Springs. Now, it is a mall, it is shopping, so I expect that it will stay open more. As I think I mentioned before, the last I heard as of the recording of this video is they're definitely looking at keeping the monorail open and keeping the loop between those 3 resorts open. Those 3 resorts, because they're a little more self-contained. But everything else, who knows? You know, the resort's going to be at 20% capacity tonight. I don't know how long people are expected or are planning on staying for the rest of this time, but, you know, all you have is buses to Disney Springs and back, and maybe some resort transportation back and forth, which is not normal, but given the situation, they may adjust. So, it's hot. I'm thirsty. I need water. We'll figure that out soon. But we're on our way to Coronado Springs. We're going to take a break because this is not the happiest of conversations, and we want to be positive. So this was an amazing trip. It really was wonderful. Yes, there's a lot of emotion going on. Yes, it is bittersweet leaving the parks, knowing it's going to be, we don't know how long till we come back. But, you know, truthfully, when I go every Christmas, I know I'm not coming back for a year normally. So this is the first year I've been blessed with the ability to travel more.
This experience has had so much fewer people for whatever reasons.
Well,
you know, some were scared, some were, you know, couldn't get the flights, couldn't
get
the
not
tickets
Christmas,
or whatever.
that too.
That too, and not the holiday season. So we have been just walking on rides. We've got every photo pass that we wanted to try to capture when we weren't running late for trying to be somewhere else, like now.
Yeah.
Now, we wanted to get a couple of pictures on the way outside of the Animal Kingdom, but that didn't happen. Yeah. So we're out here in the bus area. I doubt we're going to see another photo person, but
probably not.
Maybe over Disney Springs, who knows?
Not usually. I've only seen once at Christmas, and that's pretty much his mall. You never know. I mean, you never. Once in a while, the resorts have it, but again, I don't think during Christmas they do that because of the trees. I don't know that they'll be doing anything else now. As I was saying, it is, you know, it is bittersweet, but we know that we're going to be back, and I've been blessed to be able to come back as much as I can. I have reservations to come back in June for my nephew's graduation present, which, if all goes well, will be the next set of vlogs you see that are in park. They're going to be mostly Universal with a lot of Disney Springs, and I'll do a day by myself in Disney, and we'll hopefully everything will be great.
Hey.
You know.
Hey.
What?
We also got a picture with Hey Hey.
We did get Hey Hey.
Hey Hey.
And if I don't actually put it in the opening or end credity thingies, then I will insert it.
But we're gonna put it
here. We really like that picture. So yeah, so we're gonna wait for our car. It should be here any minute. Our little Mini was about 12 minutes away, and at least this one knows how to get here compared to what happened to Sasha and I this time last year, or in October last year. So yeah.
Problems with the non-Mini driver. So
yeah, sometimes with the non-Disney people, yeah.
The extra expense on some occasions.
It can be. I mean, it's 3 times as much, which is harsh sometimes, but the splurge is worth it on special occasions. So. For the moment, we are done. We will pause. We will talk to you. Maybe we'll try to record some of the class, but that might, and I expect it to be another video. So check on back. And I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?